Hi, today I am going to speak on Tannenbaum and Schmidt's leadership model. These are basically contingency theories of leadership. Now, if you see that on the board, I have made one sort of a graph. I would say that if you look at this end of the diagonal to this end of the diagonal, we will see that the delegation, power of delegation is minimal here and maximum here. What happens is that in an organizational framework, and this is basically a contingency theory of leadership, the quantum of leadership is maximum, quantum of authority used by the leader is maximum at this point and minimum at this point, which is why you see the area of freedom for subordinates is maximum here and it is minimum here, whereas the use of authority by the leader is maximum here and minimum here. So along this continuum from the starting end of the diagonal to the end of this diagonal, you see that the leader's authority slowly decreases as it goes higher along this diagonal. Now, what is the use of this model in the training and delivery function? You see, from this we find out to what extent is the training required for the subordinates and also for the leader, so that a minimal balance is achieved along this continuum. You know that too much of an area of freedom here will lead to confusion and chaos, because the leadership is not being properly utilized, so that a proper atmosphere of sharing is able to develop. So there has to be a balance between the use of authority by the leader and the delegation of power to the subordinate systems. So how do you find out using training and delivery mode? And training needs analysis. So for that we put the workers in some clusters. We put or organize workers or staff as clusters. For example, suppose worker 1, group 1 comprises of 10 workers or staff. Similarly, there is group 2 comprising 10 workers or staff, and so on till group 10 comprising of 10 workers or staff. Once we have divided the workers or staff into n number of groups, we tell them or we give them a sort of a managerial or management situation in which we use the group norms, that is how they organize themselves among in the group, then how do they delegate the responsibilities, that is norming, forming, storming, and then dispersing in the group. So those things we are utilizing in the group, among the groups, where they are divided into groups as per a management situation which is provided. That is norming, forming, storming, and then there is last one, which is, I think, these are the group norms. I just forgot the last stage of it. now whatever it is. So the thing is this, that once these are, so we observe their analysis, we observe their working in the group, and once we have observed their working in the group, so we utilize their way of working to understand where in the continuum do they fall. By this I mean that suppose they select an individual A as their leader in the group. Then in this perspective, from the perspective of the leader in the group, we see how he uses the authority and how the subordinates, how in the group they are doing, they are sharing this thing, their way of working with reference to the leader in the group. You see, this thing corresponds to this part of the continuum, shares. So here the freedom enjoyed by subordinates is more compared to the use of authority by the leader. So we see that delegation of power is more here as compared to the consulting, selling or telling thing here. So we want that in an atmosphere of congeniality, this is what would be a balance in the continuum. This would not be a balance, it would be an extreme, but we want something in the middle which shares, which is the sharing thing in the group. So what is that? So once the leader is there, he is now discussing and distributing the work among the member groups and among the group members. We are observing the following things. As per this model, that in this situation there is more freedom being. So we are observing the following things. These are the things we are observing. One is your knowledge sharing, KS. Second, we are observing knowledge management. Third, we are observing skills utilization. As per the management situation given to them. Fourth, we observe their capabilities to organize the work given to them and processing of that work within the timelines given. Processing of that work within the timelines